Cool. So thanks all for coming on the call tonight. It's great to see your today on this Monday night. I know it's really great to see you guys all getting on. I know it's hard on a Monday, but it just shows your dedication, and it's awesome to have you on here. So first of all, I just wanted to go through some recognitions of some people this week in our team who did some pretty awesome things and got some enrollments. So just wanted to congratulate Alicia on an enrollment this week. Well done, Alicia. And also Chelsea got an enrollment, and Brendan Crowley has been doing awesome and lined up somebody as well. Hello, Michael. And also Amelia has joined the IsaBody Challenge. So I just wanted to say congratulations to them, and just to say that, if you guys aren't on doing the IsaBody Challenge, or someone who's in your team who isn't, it's really good to get them signed up and to make sure they know what it's about. I think that quite nervous about signing up to the IsaBody Challenge because they see all the pictures online and they think that they have to show everybody. So just everyone try and mute yourselves. I'll just mute everybody here.
So you mute everyone.
I think I can mute everybody. Cool. So how do I mute everybody, Calvin? Oh, there you go. Cool. Gotcha. No, I gotcha.
You got it?
Yeah,
okay.
Gotcha. Where did he come from? Yeah, so I just, as I was saying, that it's really good to get people on the IsaBody Challenge and letting them know that you don't have to show everybody your pictures. Only you can see your pictures. All you need to do is get somebody to take them for you, and then go into your back office and put them all up there, with your start date, your start weight, height, and then you're good to go. And at the end, getting those $200 worth of products plus, the towel and the t-shirt. And so, just saying to everybody that as soon as they start up, it's really good to go on those, because you could be waiting, they might want to wait a little bit, but by then you could have had these awesome results and then they could regret it. So really explaining the perks of signing up to the IsaBody Challenge as soon as possible. So this first couple of minutes, I also wanted to get input from you guys with some breakthroughs or breakdowns that you've had this week. For example, for me, I shared it on the page, but it was that when I was talking to someone and they asked me what I did for a job, I would usually just say, oh, I work at Sport Taranaki, and you'd carry on with conversation. But I just recently, it probably took me a bit too long, but I wanted to share with you guys that it took me too long to say, oh, I work at Sport Taranaki, but I also have an online health and nutrition business, or just online business. And it's quite funny how everybody just doesn't talk about working in my normal everyday Sport Taranaki job. They want to hear about this online business and the career that I'm actually making for myself, that I am really passionate about. They want to hear about that, not the job that I do like. But I'm finding that I definitely am not having as big a passion as much as what I'm doing with Isagenix. So my breakthrough for the week was sharing that with people and saying, oh, okay, I have this online business that I'm really passionate about, and then them saying, oh, what is that about? And then being able to add them to the page and tell them more about Isagenix, which leads to them learning more. So, I just wanted to hear, did anyone else have any breakthroughs this week or any breakdowns that they may have had? It could have been, positive or negative.
Mine's a really personal one. From my perspective, I'm finding that more people are noticing that I suppose that I'm in a better place and things. So, and that's all round, perhaps physically and emotionally, and that's for a number of reasons, but I'm going to attribute to Isagenix. So, so that's really a really good step for me. It's a good positive vibe for myself personally, and it helps me to feel more comfortable with the whole thing and more comfortable sharing Isagenix. So,
yeah, oh, that's awesome. So you feel that like now you're really feeling the benefits of the products and mindset and in your body as well. Do you feel like you can just tell them easily about everything that you're going through?
So somebody said to me the other day, it was a prospect of Kelvin's actually, and they said to me, look at you, don't you look good, or something like that. And I was really busy doing stuff and I was just rushing in and out, and I said to them, something about living or being a product and living the dream or something, just something really quickly. It just bounced out before I even had a chance to think of it. And I thought, yay, I'm actually attributing, letting people know that that's my personal growth physically and sort of, I suppose, emotionally too. And I had a meeting with a group of teachers that I used to work with last year, and a couple of them mentioned things, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to attribute it back to Isagenix. So, and of course, not teaching full time and not going back to school right now. Like today was the first day back at school for the school I used to be at. Obviously that has a big effect too, but I'm going to now give it, say that it's Isagenix rather than other things, so that attribute it to that. So,
that's really cool. And it must have been because you looked so good in that Scottish dress. Kilt.
Definitely.
Hey, I just want to say one thing quickly though, as well, Mum. Like, it was definitely when you sort of made a decision more around the fact that you were going to give this a go a bit more as well. And it's just the power of making a decision, guys. This is one big thing, because what Mum did is I said to them, look, come to Melbourne, come to Summer Kickoff. I made the decision to get there. Mum has made the decision to build this business a bit more and help more people through sharing nutritional cleansing and sharing the products and everything like that. She made that decision. And it's such a powerful thing, guys, because when you make that decision, then the universe starts helping you to do that. It's a weird thing, but if you throw it out there to the universe and say, hey, I'm going to really have a good go at this, like Mum's done, and now she's coming to a celebration in Australia, and she came up to New Year's kickoff in Auckland, and really finding a lot of good things. And it, like you said, it just naturally came out that you said whatever you said the other day, and it felt natural saying that. But it was only because you made that decision to get to the events, you made that decision to learn a bit more about Isagenix, and you've made the decision to commit yourself to building a business. And that's just all it takes. We can do anything we want to in life and in this business. We just got to make the decision and go for it. So it's really cool.
Yeah and definitely, I think when people say, oh, you look so good, I think it's a human tendency to go, oh, thanks, or oh no, no, I don't, or even if you have got good results or you do look great, but yeah, I think if you if you do share what you've actually been doing, people are so much more grateful for that rather than kind of brushing them off or saying just, oh, thank you, and not sharing what you're doing, because people are looking for what we have, you know, people are looking for that. And I didn't realize that they were until I started saying I work for, you know, part of what I do is health and nutrition and health and wellness, and them being interested is saying that, you know, they want something like this in their life and they're interested. So no, I think that's definitely key. So is there anyone else that has had any breakthroughs or breakdowns? Alicia?
Yeah, so I guess if I'm honest, the last couple of weeks, like, I think I've been really struggling. I've just like gotten to a certain point and then I've sort of started floundering because I haven't known what I need to do next. And I didn't ask for help. I just sort of kept trying. And then but yeah, so anyway, I've had some really awesome chats with people this week, and people have pointed me in the right direction and given me some really, really good advice, like of what to do next, like where to go. And so in a result of that, I've now signed up someone yesterday. Well, I signed up another, like a partner of someone as well today, and I managed to get someone on a 3-way call as well today, and she's going to sign up. So that's like, I really struggle with getting people on a call. So the fact that I managed to do that, I was like, yes. So yeah, I just feel like I've sort of broken through that plateau, or, you know, and can keep moving on now, like keep growing until I reach the next one.
Oh, that's awesome. And so Alicia, if you can kind of share with us, you know, what was that? Was there a one point that, or one kind of sentence or point that someone had really said to you that you know, ingrained that into your mind and into your behaviour?
I think it was like a mixture of conversations, but I had a conversation with someone and they were very direct with their questioning. So, you know, asking me what I wanted to achieve, how I was going to achieve that, like that kind of thing. And it really made me think about it, sort of get a bit deeper into the nitty gritty, and that helped me recognize where I was falling short and what I felt like I needed help with. And then I guess once I identified that, people have pointed me in the right direction, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. So that's really important, is that when you're talking to someone, it could be about Isagenix, it could be about business building, it could be about anything, is that it's quite important to let them answer their own questions, really, you know, and you're just asking questions and making statements that may lead them to that realization. So, you know, if you try to tell them, you may know exactly what they're doing wrong, but if you can ask the right questions that are going to let them figure it out, it's going to be so much more like
powerful
for them, and so much more powerful for them. Really going to get into their, you know, into their mind, and they're going to start doing what they know that they're missing. So, no, that's awesome, Alicia. Cool. Anyone else?
Yeah, I've got something to share.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I met with a business coach this week, and he pretty much suggested or talked about looking at the top 5 people you spend most of your time with.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you want those top 5 people to be, and how are you going to learn from them? And that was really interesting. So because Isagenix, Healthy Body and Mind, ask you that question at the beginning in like day 3 or 4. Who are the top 5 people you spend most of your time with?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what influence do they have on your life? And is that going in the right direction? And it's like, really, that's quite deep when you think about it, because most of the time you spend with your partner, and I spend with my son. But who are your top 5? And Yeah,
Mm.
because that's really important.
Yeah. And was there anyone in your top 5 that you thought, okay, do they actually serve me? You know, do they?
Yeah, and my life's been quite reclusive, so to come up with top 5 was quite hard for me. But it made me realise, well, okay, what sort of attributes do I want to spend most of my time with? What sort of people, and what am I looking to achieve? Who should those top 5 or even top 10 be?
Yeah, that's really cool, and that can motivate you in all parts of life, isn't it? Like exercise, with food, with business. You know, those 5, those motivating, positive, inspiring people that you hang out with can just impact you just so much in everyday behaviors. But if you're, you know, hanging out with people that maybe are quite negative and put you down, but don't mean to, but you know, are still friends. Yeah, I feel like I'm like that as well. I'll become a bit more negative, and just, you don't notice it, but I think others around you can notice it. And it can wear you down. So yeah, I think it was, we went to a conference with Emily and Hayden Vava, and they do Isagenix. I think Calvin might have mentioned this on a previous call, but with Hayden, he has all these friends that he used to hang out with, but he feels like they don't serve him anymore, and they're stuck in the same place, and he's growing and growing and growing, and they're only staying in this one place in their life. And you know, when he hangs out with them, he doesn't get motivated or anything. So he still sees them, but he gives them 1 hour of his time, and that's it, because you know, he's got growing.
Just one quick thing. How Vanessa said not serving him anymore. She doesn't mean like they're like servants or whatever. She's meaning like they don't serve his goals. They don't serve his purpose. They're not serving him in a sense that he's growing if he's spending time with them. And we all know if you're not moving, if you're not doing something, then you're staying stagnant. And what does stagnant do? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't grow you as a person. You don't move forward. So what he was saying, or what Vanessa was saying, is that Hayden was saying that, you know, those people don't serve me anymore. They don't serve my goals. They don't serve my purpose in life. And he's always trying to fulfill his purpose and his goals in life. And it's the same thing, and that's what Vanessa said. If that person's not serving goals, they're not serving you as in the person that you want to be, then you'll probably end up moving further and further away from that person, and you'll start hanging around with people that are out to help you and serve you in a sense that you're getting closer to your purpose and your goal. So just wanted to make that.
Clear.
So that's it, guys. You're in my top 5. So watch out.
Come over, Kim. Come over. Have a coffee. Thanks for that, Calvin. And yeah, if someone was serving me food, I'd be around them all the time. That's for sure. Cool. So
that's why she likes me so much.
You don't serve me food. Oh wait. Okay, sorry. Carry on. All right. So we're going to go through the 5 beliefs that we went through last week. We won't go through them in as much detail as last week, but I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen so you can write these down. And every week that you come on these calls, I want you to grab that same piece of paper and that you've written the 5 beliefs down on, and I want you to see if any of these have changed in a short amount of time or in a long amount of time. So the first belief in Isagenix that we have is the company. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong is your belief in the company of Isagenix? So 1 to 10, write those down on a piece of paper. Cool. So I'm not going to ask you guys to share, but I just want you to take a note of these, and if one of the 5 is a bit lower than the others, then that might be your goal for the week. You know, just to build your belief more in that one aspect there. So first of all, we've got the company. So second of all, we've got the products. 1 to 10, how big is your belief in the products? How well have they worked for you and the people around you? Have you looked into, you know, what the products actually do for you? You know, I know that the feeling, you might be feeling great on them, but, you know, is there 2 facts that you can find out? Choose a product a day and write down 2 parts of, or 2 parts of that product that may benefit you. So number 3 is the compensation plan. So do you know how to get to consultant? Do you know how to get to manager? And so forth. You know, what is being a crystal manager or a crystal executive, and that may be something.
Or just what is the compensation plan? Does anyone if you're a 10, you know every single ins and outs of everything in the compensation plan. That'd be an example.
Yeah.
I thought it meant like you believe in the compensation plan, like you know that it's amazing.
Yes.
I thought
Yeah.
that's
Well, so if
believing in it, and you know, I mean, believing in it is a lot of it is knowing it as well. When do you know it, and then do you believe it as well? Is a big one. What were you going to say, Cal?
Yeah, pretty much that.
I guess like I don't know it like the back of my hand yet, but I'm working on that. But I do completely believe in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess the thing is, it's funny when people are like, yeah, I don't know the ins and outs, but I tell you what, I believe 100% in it. But then I just tell you something else, and then you're like, oh my God, that's even more exciting than what I knew. So it's like, unless you know absolutely every single thing about the compensation plan, you can't be a 10 out of 10, because you probably end up being 11 out of 10 once that's something new. That's why it's just so important to know, I guess, because even for yourself, it just gets more exciting and more exciting. Like I don't think I properly fully understood compensation plan for about 6 months. First sense. It took me a long time to actually learn and figure out what was going on. I probably went over it about 15 to 20 times. And then I still learned stuff along the way. And that's why I know just keep learning about different things about Isagenix and especially the compensation plan, because, man, it's so freaking exciting. So, yeah.
Yeah. But I love it how you believe in it, Alicia. That's amazing. She's frozen. Cool. So the 4th is belief in the industry. So, and with belief is also knowing, you know, the industry of network marketing and how it can be of value to you in the society and in this forever changing world. You know, how is network marketing beneficial to your life or to people's lives? And you know, that may be looking up Isagenix as a network marketing company, but also other network marketing as a whole?
Just on that, Vanessa, I spent a couple of hours with another network marketer yesterday, who sells, was it PXP or Purple Rice? She's in, she's been going for over a year now, and she talked to me, about, she wasn't trying to sell me the concept, but she talked about how much she loves her compensation plan, and that's her future, and she intends to give away her full-time job, and it was just, even though it's a different product and a different company, she was still believing the same stuff we do, or Richard Branson believes, we're all really, and it was really good to be around their energy. It was, we are industry, just as network marketers, and her hurdles are similar to ours, even though it's just a different product. It's the same stuff's going on, and it's really good to be around those people, to listen to them.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's just the human mindset really is what you're in with, and it's all about talking to people, isn't it? So in other network marketings, they're also talking to people. So they're always going to have, the same goals, or the same problems, or, So now that is really interesting.
It was a good person to learn from in a way too, which sounds weird, but it was. I got,
oh, definitely. And you can, in network marketing, there's so many different examples that you can have a look at and learn from. And like you said, people that support a network marketing, those, people up here that support network marketing, like Richard Branson, or even having a listen to some of his YouTube clips, or his audios would be really beneficial for you in that industry belief section.
Yeah, and that 80-year-old guy who took his mate on a cruise to sign him up onto Isagenix, that was an excellent podcast to listen to.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. Talking about Jimmy Smith.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to write that one down in the chat?
Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know who Jimmy Smith is, Jimmy Smith the butcher, he was a butcher for 40 years. He had to retire from, Jimmy Smith. Yeah, so he had to retire from doing butchery because he had a bad back or something like that. Got involved in network marketing, and currently he's the oldest millionaire in Isagenix. Him and his daughters have earned over $40 million or $50 million through Isagenix. 88 years of age, and he's got 26 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren. He's an absolute legend. He got into this industry way back in the early days. He's been involved in for like 25 years. I mean, this is an industry that's been going for over 160 years. And I only found out about it this year, 2015. So it's funny. You can be 18 or 88. There's no time on how old you have to be or anything like that. It's just about learning the skills, and whoever learns it and implements it the fastest will usually earn the most amount of money, and it's a great industry. So definitely listen to that podcast. And there's a few different podcasts on solely network marketing that are really awesome. But carry on, Nessina.
Yeah, check those out on the Podomatic app. Take Action team. So our last belief is probably the most important, which is self-belief. Are you confident in yourself? Are you confident in what you do? And if your belief is lower than a 10, how do you get that up? And I think that's definitely through the self-development. Someone mute you there, Brooke. So it's really getting that, how do you make your belief grow and in yourself, and that through that personal development. So, you know, reading books, you know, what are some other personal development things that people can do, Cal, for their self-belief? Besides, you know, the Isagenix ones, like Healthy Mind and Body, that's an awesome one for growing that self-belief.
Can I ask
yeah,
a quick question?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
After the Healthy Mind and Body, 90 days, Rod promotes a product afterwards for his 45 days mindset. Has anyone done that, and is it fantastic? What's it like?
Yeah, I've done it. It's very cool. So I don't want to ruin anything for you. Go and have a look at it. But he's like, put it this way, Rod Hairston is one of the trainers for Anthony Robbins. So the programs that he created are fully around you being developed over a period of time. Now, we all know personal development doesn't happen overnight, and it does happen over a period of time, and it's consistent effort. But all his programs I highly recommend. Yeah, it is a really cool program after that as well. But I've done Healthy Mind and Body twice. I've done the other Rod Hairston program. But there's lots and lots of other ones online that you can have a look at. Otherwise, there's always heaps of courses. I know courses like Landmark, very cool. I know Tony Robbins is going to be at Celebration in America, or he's actually coming to Sydney later on in the year. There's a lot of, if you have a look, it's a network marketing book called GoPro. Highly recommend everyone check out GoPro, or Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Books like that are personal development, even though you might not think about it. They actually are personal development. But yeah, biggest personal development thing you can do is just get to the Isagenix events. I can't stress that enough, guys. You learn from some of the best trainers in the world and some of the best network marketers in the world. But hey, some of the best people in the world as well, and that's the biggest thing. They pour so much belief into yourself. You walk out of there like you're walking on 20-foot high stilts. You know, it's amazing. It's truly, truly amazing. And I believe, well, Celebration's coming up in Brisbane. Starts on the 9th of March. Honestly, guys, if you make the trip, it's absolutely fantastic. We're all going. I can't explain it. It's the feeling you get when you're there. It's waiting in the lobby for the doors to open. It's being part of this massive event where there's over 6,000, 7,000 people there. It's just relentless. You dance and you have lots of fun. You have lots of breakthroughs, and you learn a whole lot about yourself, about network marketing. You learn a lot about the company and a lot about this compensation plan and why it is so awesome. Also, the app Podomatic. That's where pretty much I learned all about Isagenix. Is download the app Podomatic, and you want to search for Take Action Team. But yeah, guys, there's lots of different personal development stuff that you can do, and personal development is just the thing that grows this industry. So yeah, have a look around.
Cool, thanks, Cal. And I know that, you know, we're quite time poor these days, so you know, it might just be 15 minutes to half an hour a day on doing that, having that self-development for your self-belief, because I think that's essential in anything you do in life. So that is important. Cool. So we're going to go to our goals for the week. And I was just wondering, I'll ask that on here, who knows what U+2 then +2 is? Yeah. Yep, so U+2 then +2 is an essential part to Isagenix and sharing, you know, what we have. So this week our goal is going to be around moving that belief needle and you know, looking up, if you don't know that U+2 then +2, having a look at it and really finding out, okay, what is a consultant, what is a manager? Because being a manager is what we want, what our aim is in in this business because we're doing manager or crystal manager and doing that over and over again. Sharing it with others and then coaching them to share it with others, and being that leader and stepping up, because if you just sign up one person, then you are a leader in this business, whether you like it or not. So really building the belief in those 5 key areas is essential. And if you want to grow your business, working on those 5 things is, something that you need to do. So, what one of those 5 there are is the lowest. It might be that compensation plan, learning U+2, the N+2, something so simple. But just looking it up on YouTube, looking it up on isagenixbusiness.com, and just finding one of those things, one of those beliefs, and trying to grow that this week. So spending, it might just be half an hour a day on growing that one belief. Okay, and then the next week you can look into changing it again. Cool. So I just want to know now, what is everybody going to designate their time to? What's that, the one area out of those 5 that people are going to try and build?
For me, it's the company. I need to know more about Isagenix company.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. No, that's great, Kim. And having a look on isagenixbusiness.com, I definitely would say that would be the way to go there.
Well, everything, but this week I think is definitely belief in myself this week for me.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Felicia. And I think you're growing that so well. I think you put a post up yesterday in that, when you went to a party, you would be nervous about meeting new people, and now you're not nervous or anxious about meeting new people, and you'll just talk to them. And I think that's awesome that that's happening for you, and to recognize you can even build from there. So that's perfect. Calvin wants to work on his self-belief and growing the team more. So helping others grow into being a leader.
So I want to make sure that I keep approaching people and keep being prospecting basically, and like sharing it, because I just find that really difficult. So that's what my goal will be. It is ongoing.
Cool. Awesome, Diane. And practicing that is great, and I think you're on to that now, aren't you?
Trying, but I still find it difficult. And I think since I haven't been had my normal circle of people that I used to interact with all the time, I have to now form another group of people that I'm interacting with, and that's quite a challenge, because it's quite different for me. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, but we do it every single day without even noticing. We connect with people every single day, but and this counts. Like, honestly, if you talk to someone and you connect with that person, it counts as a connection. It counts as a connection with talking to someone. So write that person's name down. It might just be you've seen someone at the shops and you've really just asked them how they are, what have they been up to. You're just interested in that person. That's creating a connection. You would do it every single day, Mum, but you probably don't realise it sometimes, and we all don't realise it sometimes. And all it takes is that's one connection. It's about I just put up in the chat 3 by 3 by 3. They talk about in network marketing terms, they talk about having the 5 to 10 year plan. Now, if you can make 3 new connections a day, if you can follow up with 3 of those connections, so you talk to 3 people that you've already talked to again and see how they're going, and creating that interest with that person, and then you pour love into 3 people each day, you'll end up maxing out your business. That could take 10 years. Hey, what's 10 years to max out the Isagenix compensation plan? And that's what I was going to say is something that I want everyone to have a look at. What does maxing out your Isagenix business mean? And I'll post a video of Adam explaining the compensation plan very simply. I was filming. I was trying to film it off 2 cameras, but it's a very easy way to explain compensation plan. But like I said, guys, we make connections every single day. If we're getting out in the world every single day, it doesn't hurt to say hello to someone, or ask that person how their day is going. And usually it just ends up being a full-on conversation. Well, don't forget to write that person's name down or add them on Facebook. The best way when I meet someone new out is always adding them on Facebook and remembering who they are. Because if you're wanting to build this business, a big part of that is growing your network. So yeah, just food for thought. You do it every single day.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're finding that you might not be bumping into people, then go join a club, join a Facebook group that has, is involved with your passion. I might be involved, I might love knitting or something. So join, a knitting group or a Facebook knitting group. Not yet, I'm not doing knitting yet, but, I'm getting married soon, so I might join a wedding group on Facebook, or ask someone for advice and introduce myself and onto that page and say thanks for having me here. It's not, you don't have to share Isagenix with them. It's just about, like Calvin said, connecting with them and being that friendly person that I know you all are, because there's not many people like that in this world, which is it's a shame, and people remember those positive, vibrant people, and usually they want to hang around with you or do what you do. So I think that's important. If you're having a bad day and you're feeling a bit down, and you see someone out in public or you're talking to someone, make sure you are that happy, vibrant person, because they'll remember you for it. Cool. So one thing that I also wanted to share with you guys is a bit about branding. So if you're on social media and you're doing posts, one thing that I wanted to say was, to sell the feeling, not the product. And connect with someone emotionally, because part of social media, people forget the social part of it. So remember that you're connecting with someone emotionally. You're not sharing a product, but you're sharing yourself. People connect with vulnerability and your life. They don't connect with any product. So I think that's important, to, if you are posting, to just do something post something from the heart, post something that you want to post. Look at others for inspiration, but look at others that you might have the same interests in. But I think it's important to definitely post something on social media that you have an interest in, and that's something that I have been doing lately, and found that I'm getting a lot more response from that, because I'm posting about things that I love and being more vulnerable, and I've picked 5 things. So I think that's important. 5 things that your life involves, that you're interested in. So say mine are Calvin, family and friends, my sport, doing adventurous, fun things, and meeting, like hanging out with new people. So those are the 5 things that I'm going to post about. Okay, and then you might every 1 out of 10 posts might be about a product or a transformation that someone's had within the business. But other than that, I'm posting about, my life, and I'm posting about what I love, because people are going to connect with you on that level. And then, you'll be able to share what you love about Isagenix. So maybe another thing you can do now or this week is write down those 5 things that you will concentrate on with posting on social media. And then it's not hard, because it's just, it comes from the heart. So yeah, right, that's right, Alicia. So you're building that trust with people. You're doing it from this quote that I really love here is, don't do this out of desperation, do it from inspiration. So try to inspire people, and I think then your business will grow. So yeah, I will let you guys all go on this beautiful Monday night, and I will wrap up this call. Is there anything else anyone wants to say? Any questions? I think I missed a comment from Michael there saying that he's going to grow his self-belief, and that's awesome. Maybe you and Alicia can do something together with that, half an hour a day, building something together. Cool. Anything else you want to say, Carl?
Nah, have a good week, and check out what U+2 Them +2 is, and learn a bit more of that compensation plan.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you for taking your time out of your Monday night, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Well done.
Good week. Love
Well
you.
done.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.